Hello, everybody. It is December 26th, 2022. I am Drew,
And I'm Tara.
and this is MELLONfights, America's #1 sports and entertainment sibling butthole podcast. I don't like to say it like that because it sounds like it's sibling buttholes. Our buttholes have nothing to do with it.
No.
Agreed?
Yours does. Not yours. Our audience's.
Your
Your
buttholes.
buttholes. But
So let me
not
see,
our
what's the
sibling
best
buttholes.
what's the best order to say that? How about this? America's #1 butthole sports and entertainment sibling podcast. How's that?
What if we say butthole lovin'?
You say butthole oven?
Lovin'.
No, because we don't necessarily. We just talk about them. Tara,
Okay.
Can you turn your volume up just a little bit? It's quiet.
Mm-hmm. How is that?
Much better.
Okay. Nailing it.
You know, we're only at the end of the year. We haven't figured it out yet. We may never. We may never. So, I think it's official that the Kelseys are our rival podcast now.
Definitely.
Can we agree with that?
100%.
So maybe like a little this week in Kelsey news. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Maybe throw some slander their way.
I should start listening to theirs.
No,
Okay.
we don't listen to theirs.
All right.
We can't give them numbers, Tara.
No.
Listen to ours twice. You listen to ours twice now.
Okay.
If you listen to it at all, I don't even know.
I do.
Okay. So let's see what happened this week. And let's see what they talked about. Let's just see what the show was about, this most recent episode. How's that sound?
Okay. Perfect.
Because they put it all on YouTube.
Oh.
Like every episode. It's called New Heights with Jason and Travis. Kelsey. Did you just fart?
No, I moved my mic. Did it sound like a fart?
It did. It did sound like a fart. Okay, let me take a look here. So their most recent episode was 5 days ago.
Okay.
It says dumbest plays, and let's see what the description is. They've done 18 episodes. So first of all, amateur hour. They've done 18 episodes.
Yeah.
On the 18th episode, they look inside the NFL locker room during the holidays. See, they got all this insight. It's bullshit.
I know.
How Jason and Travis almost ruined Christmas one time growing up. And I have another installment of No Dumb Questions. I don't know what that is because I've never listened to the pod. Okay. So, how do we feel about that? Did that make you feel any certain ways?
Not really. It didn't make me want to listen.
Okay. And that was the end of the segment called This Is What We Thought of This Week in the Kelsey Brothers podcast.
No.
New Heights.
I think if we want to rival them, maybe we can tell some stories about our childhood.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. We don't really do that, do we? I mean, we kind of like naturally come up with it, but we could remind people about and tell them about some of our bullshit shenanigans growing up together. I feel like I almost ruin Christmas every year. So way to go, guys. When you were kids, you almost ruined Christmas. I almost ruined Christmas every year. I always got something fucking to say.
Definitely.
So
you and Mom always having fights in 2 different rooms.
That's her move.
Uh-huh.
She likes to leave like she's taking herself out of the situation, but then just keeps talking about it. So, we have Patrick Mahomes on the episode.
Jesus
Christ. We have Jalen Hurts on an episode. We can't have those guys.
We can't. They don't want to come on our pod.
I know, first of all, we don't have pod guests. We've had 1 and 1.5.
Yep.
We've had Dad and Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just start off with this, Tara. That's enough of the Kelces. I want to create a rival for him, but it doesn't seem like we got anything for him.
We'll get something. We'll figure it out.
No, I don't know that we will. Look, I'm looking at these two pieces of Look at these pieces of shit. The Kelce brothers. Listen, here's how good. Listen, you know what the Kelces were in high school? Not tight ends, not offensive linemen. They weren't even good enough to play the positions they wanted to play. They had to become something else. How about that?
What were they?
One of them was a quarterback. I want to say Travis.
Travis, yeah.
And I think Jason was like a linebacker. Mm-hmm. So they're not even good enough to play the position they wanted to play. Okay, the losers.
Right?
You guys weren't even good enough to play the position you want to play. Now you guys want to be podcasters?
Good luck. We'll see
Good luck with that, guys. Okay. You might have to settle for, I don't know, TikTokers? I don't know if that's, I don't know what that means. All right, that's this week in Kelces.
Okay.
We'll start off. We'll jump next, and we'll just say it. My streak has ended, Tara.
Oh boy.
My streak has ended. I've been pretty sad about it. I'm no longer the king of picks. I'm 11, 1, and
2,
and I'm out of money because I bet it all. I bet it. I don't fuck around. He goes
big or he goes home.
I go big or I go home. I'm like doubling up or I'm not doing anything. So all my money I had in my sports book, gone. It's all gone. So Tara, you're not getting any. I'm not buying a all-inclusive New Year's Eve party for us this year. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I gotta work.
I mean, if I had won the big money, I would have said take the night off.
Yeah.
I got you covered, dog. I'll pay your bills for the week.
Ooh, what's that?
It's a Truly. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
So a lot of and hard here. So I didn't win, Tara. I lost. For a second there, it felt like I don't think you watched the game. Seattle had a chance.
I watched it.
They were kind of driving, and they just could not punch the ball in a bunch, and then so they ended up losing by 14. I think they did not cover. Nope. They lose by 10. I don't know. They lost though, and by more than the 9.5 doesn't matter. They didn't cover either 9 or 9.5. So I'm pretty bummed about it. I was feeling pretty low about it yesterday.
Were you really?
Today I don't give a fuck. No, I don't give a fuck.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
what the fuck, Tara?
I don't know. Tara, who they were.
Tara.
What?
How do you not know that I was fine?
I knew it. That's why I said, were you really? Because you seemed just fine.
It's called acting. I'm an actor. Apparently, I'm great at it.
You're very good at it.
Apparently, I'm a great actor.
Yes.
Because I had you fooled. I'm going to hold the mic this week. Hold on.
Okay.
It's just at a weird angle today. My stand's fucked up. We got to get a different mic situation. Yeah. We'll talk about some of that later in the pod. But so I didn't cover. I'm still going to have an underdog pick of the week this week. I might switch to overdogs. I might switch to favorites this week. I had my run picking underdogs. It might be time to pick favorites this week. We'll see. But Tara's team very much covered. Why don't you remind us who you picked, Tara?
I thought I just had a push.
Oh, you're right. You did push.
Yeah.
Tara pushed again. We push a lot, us melons.
We are.
So Tara is now 7, 4, and 2. I'm 11, 1, and 2.
Yep.
So as a squad, as a duo, we are 18, 5, and 4. 18, 5, and 4. That's a pretty good record. If someone's been betting along with us this year. Your game was, I thought you were going to cover. I really did.
I did too. And then they fumbled it. And then Dallas went and scored again. And
it felt like Dallas was going to lose that game outright, honestly.
Yeah.
It really felt like Tara is a bad fan. Tara was cheering actively for her bet to cover rather than the Cowboys win that game. No, you were a little.
No,
You
I
were a little
was.
bit.
I
You
even
were a
wrote
little bit.
I definitely was. I wrote down that I'm learning how tricky gambling is as a fan
Sure.
because I was cheering for the Eagles to score. I fully admit it.
Yeah.
Because the only way I was going to cover is if the Eagles won, if they would have got a touchdown.
That's not true. If they would have kicked a field, no,
they
it
weren't
wasn't.
going. They were not going to kick a field goal just to not
Right.
win.
So obviously,
So yeah,
yes.
what I said is right.
That's bad. That's a bad fan. You're a bad fan.
I know. I'm
You're
learning that.
What you needed was them to just get stopped. You were cheering for just to accept the push at that point. Like, I guess I got to accept my push this week.
Well, I wanted
just
to
accept
win,
it.
so
why?
To have a streak. I don't know.
You don't want the
You were
Cowboys.
having so fun with yours.
Yeah, but your streak was, you didn't have a streak. You had 1 in a row. Your streak of 2? How exciting. Mine had already gone down at that point. I'd already lost my streak at that point, that morning, that afternoon. So
I didn't want there to be 2 losers in the house.
Well, at this point, we're both losers.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest. I didn't pay super attention to the NFL this week. I'm going to be fully honest. So I don't think we're going to get a really big NFL week. Well, let's talk. We're going to do mostly New Year's stuff, end of the year, look into next year, sort of things. But I will say, sadly, the Packers are on in the mix all of a sudden again.
Yep.
What's that about? The Packers are now in the mix, tied basically with the Lions, with a shot at the play. I think if the Packers win out, they almost might automatically get in. I think that might be right.
I think that is right.
Maybe not. I think they need a loss from at least Washington, I think, because Washington has got a tie.
I think Seattle has to lose twice, so they're already once. So they have to lose again.
But Seattle doesn't necessarily come into play.
I think they do.
No. There's the 4 division leaders, correct? And then there's 3 wild cards nowadays. And the 3 wild cards at the moment are the Cowboys and the Giants. And I believe it's still the Washington Commanders. Let me look it up real quick. The Packers need this. Commanders have the same amount of win as the Packers, Tara, but they have less losses because they have that tie.
Oh. Okay.
God, I hate when Google goes to the NFL network, NFL's website, because ESPN's is just better. Here we go. NFC, Washington. Just give me the fucking standings. Jesus. Not happy. Here we go. Standings. So at the moment, Washington is 7th and in that last playoff spot. So the Packers, if Washington wins out, they're in. And they play the Browns and the Cowboys. So the Packers do not have their own fate in their hands, but they're in the mix again. So the teams in the hunt right now, Green Bay, Detroit, Seattle, and Washington are the teams that can get that last 2 spots.
Well, they can definitely beat the Browns because the Browns stink.
Well, I guess technically Carolina and New Orleans can get in that spot too. What the hell? Oh, holy shit. Bad football. What were you saying? Yeah, Washington can beat those teams? For sure.
Washington can beat the Browns because they stink.
Yeah, absolutely, they stink.
And it's fun.
It's very fun. It's very fun to see them stink. I love it. I guess the point was, I just don't want to see Green Bay make the playoffs and Aaron Rodgers make the playoffs. I think everyone's like, oh no, this smug fuck. He's got a chance again. And as bad as Tampa Bay has played, they're basically, they're still a game up in the division and can make the play. They hold their own fate in their own hands still, which is kind of nuts.
And Rob Gronkowski, he's going to be back.
Is that what they're saying?
Who knows? People are always saying shit.
Who's saying that?
everybody.
Really?
Not really, but he
I've
said
heard it
something
none.
like he tweeted recently that he was bored and people took that as, oh, Gronk wants to come back and play football.
I mean, it's pretty hard just to start it right when the playoffs start.
Yeah.
It's not super easy. I don't know. I don't have a ton of football this week. The same old Cowboys are good or won a big game, which was nice, but they did beat a backup quarterback. But also the Cowboys lost to the Eagles when they had their backup quarterback. So
Right.
So who knows?
Did you hear that Nathaniel Hackett got fired?
Yeah, it's like very unsurprising.
Yeah, they got crushed by the Rams, and the Rams stink. So
The Rams do stink. They probably shouldn't have been trying to win that game. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. They probably should have been trying to lose that game.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they have their pick this year. Do they?
Probably not.
They might not.
Because
I
they
don't know
always
that they do. They traded so many of their picks.
so many of their picks.
So what do they care? I guess. What do they
Right.
care? But yeah. So I guess I'm still rooting for the Lions to try to pull it off.
I know. I'm so bummed that they lost. Like, what the hell? Why is Carolina all of a sudden winning games?
They've kind of played like this all year. They've been really kind of in the mix. They
But
couldn't,
they've traded people away, and it's crazy.
I don't know. That's kind of how they played all year, though. They've been pretty tough defensively. Offensively, meh. We got rid of Christian McCaffrey. Those guys are trouble. San Francisco's trouble. They've won 8 in a row.
They are.
Nobody wants to play them. Nobody wants to play them, even
Really?
without their starting quarterbacks, because Purdy's played pretty solid.
He has.
Pretty dang good. I'm going to say dang a lot more.
Okay.
You want to do picks for next week, Tara? I'm ready to do picks for next week and move on to our New Year's stuff. Let's get our New Year's episode going. Or do you want to do an underdog, or do you want to let's do an underdog? We're underdog.
Yeah,
we're underdoggers.
We're underdoggers.
We're underdoggers.
Right. Oh, and also, did you hear Tua's got another concussion? He's in concussion.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought he had to be done for the year if he had another concussion.
I don't know. I think that they should.
It's time to shut him down.
Yes.
They're not going to make the playoffs anyway.
No.
They're done. They've fallen apart. They're not making the playoffs. Get out of here. Get out of here. I know they're in the playoffs at the moment, but they're going to lose to New England. I think the Jets and New England could both pass them.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee could pass them. Pittsburgh could pass them.
Mm-hmm.
All those teams could pass them. So I think it's time to shut him down and maybe look ahead to next year and then watch out for his safety. I don't know who their backup is, actually. I forgot. He already played this year a couple times. I forgot who it is. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Who?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, but then he got hurt too.
He's their backup.
Is that who played yesterday? Because he didn't play
yesterday.
a couple. They're on their third string quarterback at one point. Pretty sure. Did he play yesterday when Tua went out, or did Tua knock? Or did he play the rest of that game with a concussion?
I think he played the rest of the game with
losers.
concussion.
Those guys are losers. They're all going to lose their jobs because of that. They're not very smart. What are they doing? Who you picking, Tara? Who's your underdog pick of the week?
Man.
Who's your underdog pick of the week?
There's 2 that I'm eyeing right now. Okay. I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers +3. I just was talking them up. I was like, how the hell do they keep winning? And you informed me that they've just been doing it all year, which I don't know if they have, but they seem to really be playing hard for each other. And Sam Darnold, is he good? Maybe, not really. Yeah. But for some reason it's working. The Bucs are not good. Tom Brady has 0 fun when he's playing. His teammates suck. They just look tired and bored. I know it's at home, but I still think that Carolina is on a roll. I know the Bucs just won, but who cares? Like, who'd they play?
Nobody.
Exactly. So
no, they're not good. They're not good.
No, they're not good.
They have the best player. They still have the best player on their team is with Brady. He's still better than
yes.
But the rest of the team is so brutal.
They're so bad, and Yeah, I just don't see them. I just don't see them winning. I just see the Panthers keeping their hot streak alive.
Well, is it?
Yeah.
Is it a lock?
It's a lock, Drew.
Do you mean it though?
Yeah, I really mean it. I don't even think they're gonna like win by 2. I think or lose by 2. They're gonna win outright. It's a lock. Mail it to Tom. Let him know what I think. Lock it up.
Carolina Panthers. Say it. Say what it is.
The Carolina Panthers +3
At
Raymond James Stadium. Tampa Bay Bucks.
Jesus Christ. You would think by week 17 we might have this down, Terry.
Well, sometimes I
don't know what you said at the beginning. You might have said Carolina Panthers +3 at Tampa Bay. I don't remember, but I just kind of wanted
I did, but
nice and clean.
I
wanted it nice and clean from you.
I like to ad lib a little. I think it adds some spice to it.
Sure. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I think we all know where I'm heading this week. Thank you, NFL. Thank you, odds makers. Thanks for giving me this gift after my loss, my first loss of the season. I get to go back to my well and I get to say, how the fuck is this team ever favored over anyone? I know they're playing better. I know they're borderline right now on the edge of the playoffs. I know that's the facts, Jacks. In fact, right now, they are 4th because they're winning their division. They're winning their division right now. So technically they're 4th, the 4th seed in the AFC. But can I ask you a question, Tara?
What?
How are the Jaguars ever favored over anybody? Ever?
I don't know.
Houston Texans +4 at home Houston Texans at home +4 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Stop it, please. Stop it. Tara, I've told you, if they're ever favored again this year, I'm jumping all over it. I'm sticking to my word. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Tara, it's so easy, especially since the Texans have been very frisky as of late.
They have been.
Very frisky as of late. I didn't see what they did yesterday. I got to be totally honest. I didn't see what they did yesterday. I know they lost because they're 2-12. They lost to the Broncos.
No.
Oh, no, they tied.
No, they didn't play the Broncos.
They tied. I know. They tied yesterday. They tied the Colts.
Oh.
20-20. 20-20. Oh, no, that was the first game of the year. What the fuck is this order here? Why does this give me the wrong order? Oh, they won. They lost. They won. They beat the Titans yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm breathing heavy. I'm getting excited. I don't know what's wrong with me. Guess what? Texans, what? They're oh, man, I don't like that. I don't know if I like that. I don't like that they won already this week.
Why?
Because they're trying to play for the worst first pick in the draft. They have the worst record. You know what I mean?
But they don't
want to keep winning.
They play to win. They play to win.
They play to win?
Mm-hmm.
They play to win. Well, here's the thing. The Bears were almost my other pick, and I think the Bears are going to win this week. They're going to beat the Lions this week.
No.
That's my bonus pick of the week. Bears. Tara, I'm going back to my old standbys this week. I got to get this party going again. So my lock of the week, of underdog pick of the week, Houston Texans +4 at home against the Jags. Bonus pick of the week, Chicago Bears at the Lions +5.5.
All right.
I think I've picked the Bears more than anybody this year. I think that's true.
I don't think the Bears are going to win. I think your bonus pick is
Don't care. Oh, you doubt because I lost once. You think you're allowed to doubt me now? You think because I lost one time, you're allowed to doubt me now?
No. I am okay with your Jags pick because I agree. The Texans are a little frisky.
It's not even about the Texans. The Jaguars should just never be favored over anybody ever.
They beat the Cowboys. Big
deal. They just shouldn't be favored. Especially on the road. Favored on the road. I'm sorry. No. You can't favor that team on the road, Tara.
Okay.
Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
Though they have won on the road twice this year. I'll say that.
Okay.
But they can't be favored on the road. All right. That's it, Tara. That's our NFL pick. Underdog pick of the week. MELLONfights underdog pick of the week.
All right.
I got pretty fired up about the Jags and the Bears. I still got it in me. I'm not happy. I got to get up for this one, but that's okay. Moving on. It's time, Tara, to maybe wrap up the year and look ahead to next year. Okay?
All right.
I gave you some things that we should do. Mm-hmm. I drove and I had some things to do. I have them in my head. I don't have great lists, but we'll be fine.
Yeah. We'll work
I'm not a bad ad-libber. I'm not a bad ad-libber.
No, you're good at it.
I'd like to start with, we'll start with not about us. Mm-hmm. Or do you want to? Actually, let's do a little recap of us first.
Okay.
That's both. First of all, I want to ask you a question, Tara.
Yeah.
Of all the movies I had you watch in 2022, what was your favorite, or maybe top three? Top three. We'll do a lot of top three. What's your top three favorite movies I made you watch this year? I probably made you watch 20 or so movies, I would guess.
Yep. I really liked The Departed.
You like The Departed? Why? So, was that your number 3 or number 1?
I don't know yet. I'm going to say 3 and then I'll rank them after because I didn't have time to think about it.
Okay. What's another one you loved? Loved, whatever.
Superman.
Superman. You liked the original Superman.
Yep.
Great. The Richard Donner Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And what's one more?
Rounders.
Rounders. You liked Rounders.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. What's the order of those 3? Did you just, the first 3 you remember that you liked? Is that how you
I was just thinking of the ones that I liked.
Yeah. Well, cool. What do you have an order for those 3?
Yeah. I'll do Superman 3, Rounders 2, The Departed 1.
Okay. Tara's top 2022 movie she watched for the very first time. And we already have Tara's first movie she'll be reviewing for next year. And I'll just say that right now. We're going to go straight to popping ahead and saying next year Tara's going to watch Rocky for the very first time. Tara's never seen the original Rocky.
I've never seen any of them.
When we're like the Rocky of podcasts, we're the underdog podcast, I know that Jason Kelce plays for the Philadelphia Eagles, but he's not an underdog. We're the underdogs.
We are the underdogs
on this one here.
That's why we pick underdogs, because that's what we are.
That's why we pick underdogs, because we get underdogs. Yeah. We understand them.
Yes.
Because we are underdogs. So Tara will be doing Rocky next year. I'm very excited. I didn't know she'd never seen it, because it's a big one in our house, and I actually am surprised she had never seen it. That's actually one of the more surprising ones.
Yeah.
What do you got? Is there anything you brought to the table for going into next year that you want to bring up next?
Well, do you want to do our New Year's resolution for next year? Do you want to?
No, that's last.
Do you want to go over our top 3 pod moments?
Yeah, maybe top 3 pod moments or pod segments, maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of a combo of that.
Sure.
Our favorite things we've done, our 3 favorite things we've each done, enjoyed this year. Does that work for you?
That's not really what I did, but yeah.
Well, yours will work for that if it's just moment. I mean, they're your top 3 moments.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yep.
All right. What's your number 3?
My number 3 was a clip that I remembered, and it was when we were talking about The Prestige.
Can you keep your face towards the mic, please?
Yep. The one, okay, I think I can say this about it. When I have a take on a movie and you really hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Or think that I'm lying. So the one that I'm really thinking of is when I watched The Prestige and I knew that there were 2 Christian Bales very early on. And you think that I'm a liar, and I'm not.
You're a liar.
I am not a liar.
Yeah, you are.
He looked exactly like Christian Bale with the freaking fake phony disguise on.
What?
Yeah.
You're getting worse now. It's worse than your original lie.
It's not a
You're
lie.
like, it's clearly him.
It is clearly him.
Well,
Who else was this guy?
We can't argue about this again. It'll drive me nuts.
Yeah.
Tara, there's no way you knew. We'll come back to this. I want to say this was one of my segments. It was going to be my top 3. You know what? I'll do a different top 3 than you.
Okay.
You'll do that top 3. My top 3 is Tara's worst takes of the year.
Okay.
On movies. So my number 3 was Prestige. That you think the Prestige was that you knew. That you knew it all. That's a fucking lie. I don't buy it. You didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know.
You didn't know. You heard it. You heard it somewhere once or twice.
I'd
seen it a million times before that and watched it in the same house as you. You knew.
No, I did not.
I
didn't even know what the movie was about. I had no clue going into it. I didn't know who was in it. I didn't know anything.
What's your number 2 moment of the year?
My number 2 is our fake ad reads.
Absolutely.
I thought they were really fun and awesome and weird. And I'm sorry, I'm not talking. Our ad reads, I thought they were really fun.
Move your paper so you don't keep looking that way.
They're really fun and awesome and weird. And I really think it was a missed opportunity for White Claw and Truly. They could have they didn't have to do anything with it, but just to interact with us would have been funny and like cool for them.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of missed opportunity by these companies. We're giving them free advertising, like interact with us. It's silly. Like I'll see that people do that sometimes with people that are not even doing anything that fun.
Right.
We're having a lot of fun with it, and we're writing these fun ads that are like ridiculous, and they're not even letting them be posted in their like feed, like not their feed, their personal feed, but where other people tag them, just like normal things, like had a Truly today, and it's just them like person drinking a Truly.
Yeah.
They don't even allow it to be in there. Like it's a missed opportunity.
It is.
They're fun, Tara.
They are fun.
Truly, for when you've had a truly great year podcasting with your little sister. Truly.
You nailed it.
Berry Bramble style. I don't know what that means, but I fucking like it. Berry Bramble. It's the holiday pack.
Ooh.
And it's got me popping off. My number 2 take of the year, movie take for you, was it's the most recent one, and it's that you didn't like Fargo. You didn't like Fargo at all, and I just hate that. Like I think Fargo was awesome, and you just weren't feeling it. But then also kind of like we're talking nicely about it, but like gave it a really shitty score. Gave it like a 50-50 score basically, and I think that's incorrect.
Okay. Well, I think when I talked about it, I liked it better, but watching it, I didn't like it. Is that a thing? Where you can like talk about it nicely, but like maybe you didn't experience it that nicely?
Yeah, I think you maybe went in with expectations and you weren't in the mindset for it.
Yeah.
I think the more you think about it, that's why I like it. I maybe didn't love it the first time I saw it, but now I think it's a really great movie. I just see little things about it that like are so nice and so good. And I think if you rewatch it, you might feel differently about Fargo.
Yeah. Maybe I'll watch it again and give you a update sometime in the next year.
What's your number 1 moment of the year?
My number 1 is the first time we had crowd engagement where we talked about energizing your water by like manifesting into it and then drinking it. And that was like the first time we had a lot of views and people really seemed to engage and write stuff about it. And like that was fun. That
was good. Yeah. I agree. People were like, who is this woman? And I like it because it was the first time we had like, I'm not going to say fans, but we had, we'll call them, we had people, we'll say people. We had people, and I like that we had people that were like, look at this woman in this. She knows she's full of shit. Basically, I like that with the internet people came out.
Yes.
Like the parts of the internet that are bad.
Yes.
And it was like we, I don't know if you guys know that, like we don't get a ton of, we get an okay, sometimes on our clips we get a decent amount of interaction, but anytime it's like internet trash stuff coming at us and just like, oh, women, am I right? Or like anything like that, or just like a take that's so, I don't know, childish. It makes us so happy.
Yeah, we love it.
It makes us so happy because it's so funny. It's just like, it's a beautiful thing. So I know what you're saying. That one is good. There was a better one. I'm sorry to tell you. When you made your football pick and the guy asked, whose mom this?
Yeah.
It was like the fucking funniest thing.
Yeah.
I've seen on the internet this year. I was fucking dying. I was like, whose mom is this?
Yeah. It was
Why
so
is
funny.
she out of the house?
No, I agree. That one was a definite honorable mention. But that the first one I was talking about was the first time like we had a lot of likes and a lot of views, and that was fun.
Sure. I get that. My number one movie bad take of the year. It's obvious. It's when Tara said that Memento was just a less fun 50 First Dates.
Mm-hmm.
Memento, a movie that plays with time, and you see scenes backwards and you see scenes forwards, and it's just a fun, less fun version of 50 First Dates.
Yep. I stand by it, and I think people were in my DMs saying, I love this take, Tara.
Did one person say
Multiple.
this? One.
They loved it.
One.
They said, this take is, I didn't think it, but you know what? I can see it.
It's as bad as Mom's take that Home Alone isn't good because it takes place in one place the whole movie, which it doesn't.
No.
But it's a bad take. Well, and this take by you is rough. And there is an honorable mention. And it is when you were like, oh, Worm, even though you like Rounders, Worm was like, I was like, Worm ended up being a real piece of shit. I'm like, yeah, no shit, he's Worm. His name's fucking Worm. He was like, yeah, state the obvious that Worm's a turd. That's my honorable mention.
I have one more honorable mention.
Oh, you have an honorable mention as well? Cool.
Yeah. When you were doing like, you picked two names out of the Lala performers and then made one up, and I had to guess. And the first one was fun because the guy, Baby Jake, reached out to us, or he like interacted with us, which was fun. And then the second one is which one I really liked because a lot of people didn't understand it, the Mark the Barber, and it was kind of just for us. And it was awesome.
Like no views, no likes.
No views, but like so.
But we loved it because it was for just us.
It was just for us.
Tara, I do a lot of them just for us. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
It's what I enjoy. It's what I enjoy that gets to go up. I don't know if you know that.
I do know that.
Cool, Tara. Good segment there. We can probably come back. We'll probably come back a little bit later and talk a little bit more about things we liked about the year, I would say. But let's do a list that we talked about. Okay. This list is going to be a little more not about us, and we'll come back to us in the pod itself. And it is, we're looking ahead to the new year. We're talking New Year's resolutions. And we wanted to do our top 3+. We're going to do 5, we decided, correct, Tara?
What are we talking about?
Do you not know what the fuck I'm talking about?
No.
Cliche New Year's Eve resolutions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think I was talking about?
I thought you were talking about our New Year's resolution.
No, that's the last thing we're going to do before the pod ends. Is our New Year's resolutions. This is going to be a little breakup before we go back to ourself, I said, and it's just cliche. We're going to do our top 5 cliche New Year's resolutions. Okay?
Okay. For some reason, I only did 4, so I'm going to quickly think
4 is a weird number. We're doing 4. I'm fine with 4. I didn't even have a list, so we'll do 4. Our top 4 New Year's resolutions. Cliches. These aren't our resolutions. No. These are not our resolutions. This is just classic New Year's resolutions that everyone does, and they're our favorite ones. And we'll kind of explain why. Tara, what's your number 4 cliche New Year's resolution?
To catch up on your shows.
Catch up on your shows as a resolution.
Yeah, I feel like people do that where they're like, I need to catch up on my shows this year.
What a dumb resolution.
I know.
It is a thing that people say that I've never had a problem with. I just watch whatever the fuck I want when I want.
Yeah.
I'm an adult ass man.
Yeah.
Catch up on your shows. That's good. That's a good one just because I don't have it. I wasn't even thinking about it. I like that, Tara.
Thanks.
Any more to that? Was there more to that? Catch up on your shows? Have you ever made the resolution, I'm going to catch up on my shows?
No. Maybe I should because then I might finish a show, but I think that's another reason why it's so crazy to me because like I don't care to catch up on a show.
My number 4 New Year's resolution, cliche. My number 4 cliche New Year's resolution is I'm going to read more this year. I'm going to read more books this year. I'm going to read a book a month. No, you're not. If you don't read, I read an okay. I don't read a ton. I think I read I'm trying to finish a book I'm in the middle of at the moment. Before the week is out is my goal. But I keep falling asleep when I read lately because I've been tired. But I probably read about 7 books this year. That's not a ton. It's not a ton at all. But people that aren't reading any books, they're not reading it. They're not going to be reading any books.
No.
It's a fun resolution that it's first of all, who's gonna check in on that one? How many books you read this year? Nobody's gonna ask that.
No.
How many books did you read this year, Tara? 7? Prove it. How? How are you gonna prove that?
Exactly.
Because no one reads in front of people. You read at home alone. The privacy of your bed with the light on, or on your Kindle with the light off. What's your number 3, Terry?
My number 3 is get rich.
Get rich. Wow. That's good.
I think it's so funny because it's like, what does that even mean?
Sure.
And I just think it like falls into this like idea of get rich quick and like Gary V stuff.
Sure.
Where it's like, oh, I got to start watching Gary V or watching The Secret to get rich. Read
I'm gonna hustle this year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah, without having a plan. It's not like
no
I'm gonna go back to school or I'm gonna start taking some classes
or start this
like business classes or anything like that. Or
it's like I don't even have an idea of how to get rich, but I'm just gonna get rich. I'm gonna quit that damn job I got, and I'm gonna get rich.
Yeah. Mine is in that vein. My number 3 is in that vein.
Okay.
And it's I'm gonna become an influencer this year.
Oh.
I'm going to post. And that's fun coming from us because I'm pretty consistent. I'm going to be honest. Like I'm pretty consistent on how much I post. Honestly, I'm pretty good about it.
You're very good at it.
More than a lot of like
podcasters like us.
Podcasters do, in my opinion. Some of them, it's either they don't post at all or they post so much it's like holy shit.
Right.
I don't even need to listen to your podcast. Where it's like multiple times a day. I don't do that. I think that's how you become like a soup. Like, I think that does work to an extent. But I'm talking more about the people that are like, I'm going to come an influencer this year. And they post like once.
Yes.
And then like 5 months later.
Yes. They still
And we know a couple people have done this. And I'm not calling you guys out if you listen to the pod. I love it. I want you to succeed.
Exactly.
But it's like, here's my first post. And then maybe here's a day later or 2 days later. It's like, I missed a day. And then 6 months later, it's like, all right, we're starting over again.
Yeah.
So that's the gift that keeps on giving is the I'm going to become an influencer this year. That's a good one of mine.
It's a really good one.
What's your number 2?
I'm going to find someone to marry.
Is that Tara? Is that a thing people say? For New Year's resolution?
Yeah, where they're like, I'm going to find a husband. I'm going to find someone to marry. This is the year I meet someone. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And again, it's like one of those things where it's like, maybe don't be so worried about that. It'll happen, but like maybe just don't like put so much pressure on it. So
do
that
all
it
the other
continues
stuff.
To not happen.
Do all the other cliches first.
Yeah.
That one will fall into place. If you can follow through on the other New Year's resolution cliches, the other stuff could fall into place for you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's never been a resolution of mine. I don't even like it as a resolution. I don't even feel like that is a resolution. It's just kind of like, shut up. But I'll let you have it.
It's
I'm going
a
to let
thing.
you have it at number 2. I guess. I didn't know that people did that as a resolution. I'm like, I'm going to get married this year.
Oh, yeah.
All right. My number 2, and I'm going full, my next 2 are like full cliches. My number 2 is to eat better.
Yeah.
To eat better. I won't add on to that. I won't add on to that because it could be one of yours. But just to eat better. I'm going to eat good this year. I'm going to stop snacking and do all that shit. And the New Year's resolution is going to get me there.
Yep.
This is coming from a guy who over the course of his life has eaten better in big chunks, couple year long chunks. A New Year's resolution's never done it for me. I'll tell you that much right now. You gotta do it the second you're like, I'm gonna wait. If you say you're gonna wait 2 weeks, like, oh, in 2 weeks on Monday, I'm gonna start doing it. Never gonna happen.
Yeah.
It has to be that day. It has to be that day.
Yeah.
Has to be that day. But yes, eating better. And then there's what does eating better even mean?
Right.
You have to be pretty specific. Like, you got to really work at a diet. Like, you got to get like eating better. What does that mean? You're not going to do fast food. Maybe start small with, I'm not going to have chips anymore. That's a good way to start. Yeah. No more chips, no more fast food, no more candy. That's a little more realistic than just, I'm going to be eating healthier this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to piggyback off that because my number
your number 1?
Yeah, my number 1 is go on a diet, lose weight.
Go on a diet, lose weight is your number 1 cliche New Year's resolution.
Yes, love it. Exactly what you were saying, where it's like no real plan. I'm just going to do it. Then it's like I join a gym for like a month and then I stop going because I don't really like going to the gym and I'm really not committed because it's just a New Year's resolution. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, when people do go to the gym and shit, that's awesome. But I'm just saying, as a New Year's resolution,
it's just a cliche.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That's all we're doing is like, isn't it? It's like, it is technically the most perfect New Year's resolution cliche is I'm going to go to the gym more this year. And get in better shape.
Yeah.
It's a really good one. And it's usually short-lived, as are most New Year's resolutions. Mm-hmm. You got to know yourself. And those are the type of things I don't think make good resolutions. Because again, you're putting it off. Like, oh, you put all this pressure on this. It has to be like an in the moment. Like, I have to start doing this today.
Right.
When you really are successful, anytime I've been successful and like got in good shape, it's like today is the day I'm not going to fucking wait till tomorrow. Today. Like, I'm not going to eat these chips today.
One of my favorite.
I'm not having this last cheeseburger. I mean, I'm going to eat cheeseburger. I like cheeseburgers, but.
One of my favorite is one year, me, Emily, and Rochelle were out at New Year's and we said, this is the year of the crop top. We're going to get into crop tops. And then New Year's Day rolled along and you and I went out for lunch and had like beer and like bacon cheeseburgers and just like French fries.
Did we go watch a Badger game?
Probably. We were at Flagship and we got like terrible food. I'm like, well... Never mind.
Much for crop tops.
Yeah. And I was done.
I got to be honest, I don't think any of the 3 got to crop top.
I don't think we got to crop top that
shape.
year. Nope.
I don't think any got crop topping. I'm going to say something. You're all beautiful ladies. You're not crop top ladies. None of you. You're just not crop top ladies.
Someday
you're going to be is that your New Year's resolution for next year?
Yeah, it's my New Year's resolution.
We'll save it.
Crop tops.
Well, my number 1 cliche New Year's resolution, I'm not going to go with the one you just did because it is the biggest and most cliche-est, but I want to mix it up a little bit. Yeah. I do agree. It's probably the number 1. So let me come up with another number 1 that's pretty big that we might be missing that's in a different vein, perhaps. Yeah, I'll do it. It's a very vague one. Like this year, I'm going to do me more. This year, it's going to be about me.
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of me in 2023.
Yeah.
What the fuck's that mean? And what you're not? I mean, most people already fucking think of themselves first at all times.
Yeah.
But this is the year I'm going to like really think about me first. Mm-hmm. I'm going to this happens a lot with I'm gonna say women that are off of some shaky relationship situations. Like
Sure.
this year is about I'm gonna do me. Okay. Then the second like a man who's kind of decent, like a decent dude's like, oh, I'll hold the door open and then we can eat some cheese curds together. Oh boy, this is what my year's about now. This guy. The girls that would make that I'm not saying that's women. I'm saying it's the girls and the guys do this too that are like, fuck that bitch. The second then someone else comes along, their New Year's the year ain't about them. Anyone who would make that as a resolution is the type of person that would instantly fall off of that resolution.
Yeah.
Like with the wind it would change.
Yeah, I agree. That's funny.
So
I like
that's
it.
my number one.
I like
Cliche.
it a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, a lot of those were so vague. When you have a vague New Year's resolution, it ain't gonna cut it. You have to have like a real thing you write down that's a thing. The only times I've ever really been successful in completing something is when I have actual, like say when I do want to get in shape, I pick an actual number that I want to get to, maybe weight wise, and then I also will pick a goal. Say like push-ups, how many push-ups I want to do, how many fast I want to run a mile, how many miles I want to run without stopping, that sort of thing. Yeah. That's how I'm successful with my resolutions. Tara, maybe that can be our segment we kind of move into, like, well, how are you successful with your New Year's resolutions? How do you move your resolutions forward? Like, are you ever successful with your New Year's resolutions?
Oh no.
No,
never.
They're not successful. You're right. I'm just talking, I guess, maybe goals in general. Let's treat it like a goal. What's something you do to get to your goals? Maybe
I'm bad
what's
at
something
goals.
that helps you. You're bad at goals.
I'm very bad at goals because the thing is, you're right. You have to go in with a plan, and like how I think is like I think big picture, and then when I have to like somehow break it down on how to get there, that's hard for me. So then I just go, I'm gonna go lay in my bed instead.
So you've never set a goal and been successfully gotten there in your life? Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, I graduated college.
Yeah, but I mean,
which was a goal, but like
that's
that
kind of
was
like
set up for me, where it's like,
that's set up. Everybody does it, and you don't even have to think about it. Just it's the next step.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't think you're giving yourself credit here. There's got to be something out there, things you've done, gotten to, jobs, things like that. I don't know. Well, maybe let's set some goals this year. I got a couple goals I set for you.
Okay.
Is just one
to wear a crop top?
No.
Oh, okay.
Let's find out how we can get our merch up on our website.
That's on my list of New Year's resolutions for the
I've already looked into it a bunch for something else.
Get merch figured out. That's what that's my number one.
So do you want to move on to our it's already 52 minutes in.
Yeah.
We could probably move on to what we want to do for resolutions as a pod, as ourselves for next year as well. Maybe, both.
Yeah.
Both of them. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you can start if you'd like, if you got one right there.
Yeah, it's get merch figured out.
Get merch figured out.
Yeah, because I've been such a shithead. Like, I looked into it, but I never followed through because, as I just told you, I'm bad at it. So I really want to figure out merch and get it out there because I think it would be fun to wear our podcast stuff around.
Yeah, I think other people would like to wear it too, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Even people
our few
that
listeners
don't
we
listen,
do have.
Even our non-listeners.
You think would wear it?
Our family.
Oh, yeah. Our watchers, you mean?
Yeah, our watchers.
Our viewers. Our viewers also would like our merch, I would think. I think you're right on that one. All right, yeah, so look into that. It's only been in your on your list of things to do.
It's been in the tickler for about
4 or 5 months now.
At least.
So cool, that's a good one for the pod. I'll stick with the pod. And I think the goal for this year is for the pod is for us to start our second. I've talked about it. Is to start our second day, our second podcast, our second day of podcasting. Whether it's very different and we have a guest, it could be one with guests involved, or it just might be the same thing, and just more of it. Undecided, but our pod goal is to have our second podcast up and running before the end of January.
Ooh,
is my goal.
That's a quick goal.
Ooh, we could do it next week if we wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes a lot of effort on this end. So part of it is going to be if we can get our setup figured out, which is another. I'll stick with me since it's over here. We'll do a little snake style where I do one here.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of my goals, guys, is to get our system, our audio a little better, to get our video a little better for you guys. That is my New Year's resolution, is to figure out even a little bit more. Cause right now I'm just kind of, I'm just treading water. This is not something I have been trained in. I've kind of just been figuring out as we go. And I want to up that game a little bit this year.
I love it. I should learn how to do it too.
Yep.
That's one of my goals.
Yep.
Is to learn how to do it.
Yep. What's your next goal or resolution?
My next resolution is to come up with some fun segments for the pod that really separate our pod. I think that right now our pod is really fun and we have some fun things, but I really think that we're creative enough and cool enough to kind of come up with some more earth-shattering ideas, or just something that like really sets us apart.
Okay. How about this? I'll help you with that. It is the 6th. It is the 39th episode. 2 weeks from now will be the 41st episode.
Okay.
Let's have your first idea that we try be 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
It'll be our second podcast of the new year. It doesn't mean it has to be perfect then, but it could be an idea.
Yeah.
I want it up and going in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep, like it.
I like it.
Okay, we're snaking.
I think part of it, Tara, I think this could be part of it. I think could make our podcast better, is if we have a little more of this.
Yeah.
What we're doing today, where it is a little bit more of a discussion about us. And because I think we're actually interesting, than rather having just talking about things that are outside of us.
Sure.
Which is fun. It's fun to talk about football. It's fun to talk about movies. But it is also fun to talk to each other about each other, because that's something that nobody else has. They don't have this relationship that we have.
Yeah.
Where we can either A, help each other out and gas each other up, or B, go, you're dumb. I need you to realize like you're being delusional right now. I think we have that, and I think that can be something we do looking forward to the new year.
Yeah.
I think will set us apart very much so. Do you have another one?
Yeah.
Back to you.
I'm going to snake back. I need to put more effort into being the eye candy of the pod.
You do.
Sex sells, and I'm sexy, okay? I'm hot.
You got a good thing going tonight. You look good tonight.
Yeah. I have a dress
I'm your brother, but guess what? I can say, hey, it's a good outfit.
Thanks.
You look like you're going out for the night. New Year's Eve, baby.
I put my New Year's Eve outfit on.
End up in a hotel room with a stranger.
Yep. Exactly.
Stranger.
Definitely.
Do it. We're not a stranger. That's dangerous. Whatever you want. Whatever your choice is. It's your life, Tara.
Okay. So
get it out there.
That's another goal of mine.
Is to be the eye candy?
Yep.
You don't have to be the eye candy. I just make the joke.
But whatever that means. Like maybe I'll start to do more
maybe like an
TikTok.
Are we anti-OnlyFans? Are we anti-OnlyFans for your feets?
No. Definitely not.
You should be. That's weird.
Why?
I don't know. Do it.
I will.
Get them feet out there. Put your foot up on the screen right now.
Oh, they're not in good.
Let's see it. They don't care. Get it up there.
I got my Crocs on and a short dress.
Oh, look at that foot. Look at that foot. Look out, OnlyFans. Here comes the feet.
Or maybe I can just do like my calves. People always comment on my calves about how awesome they are.
Can you give us a little calf show? Can you like?
It's really hard.
Look, go stand by Jim Morrison and turn around and give us some calves. I'll tell you if we. It's blocked. Put the headphone on. Put the headphone on. That ain't it.
Why?
I couldn't see. The couch and the microphone were in the way.
Okay, what do I do?
Maybe stand. Is there chair sturdy enough to stand on?
Yeah.
Do the chair. No, just right here. Just right here.
That seems...
It's fine. They're going to be right where they need to be. Get them calves in there. That's mostly ass. Yeah. It's mostly ass, but you don't have an ass, so it's fine. Tara, I think let's get set up again. Get set up again. Let's get you back. I'm shiny tonight. I'm shiny. Holy shit, I'm shiny. Why am I so shiny? Tara, I think you're already heading towards that. Like, it makes you were giving us ass shots there.
Oh.
So I think you might have figured out your eye candy portion of your... Hilarious. All right. All right, cool. That's a good one. I like that one. My couple of my podcast goal for the year will be is to really finalize. I have already made us a logo, but I want to sharpen it up just a tiny bit. It's almost there, but I think I can sharpen up our MELLONfights logo a little bit. I'd like to make that a little more, and you have a couple more options for it for our merch once you got it up and running.
Yeah.
And I also want to get our Patreon set up, and I'm just going to stick with it. I'd also like to actually maybe get a sponsor, whether it's Truly. Let me try one more time for Truly. Last time of the year, I'll try Truly. Hold on. That is good. Maybe that's all they want. Yeah. Maybe they just want someone going, yes, I'm good. That's delicious. Quenched. Maybe that's all they need. Mm-hmm. So that's goal number 3. Well, New Year's resolution / goal for 2023. Would you got any more for the pod? Do you want any for or do you want to jump to maybe some for yourself for the year, maybe? Or did you do that or no?
I didn't do that. I didn't realize that was something.
No, you don't have to do that. I didn't know if you did or not.
I do have 2 more.
Let's hear them. Both. Give me both.
Take over as #1 sibling podcast from the Calves.
Yeah. Okay. Turn to the camera. We're coming for you, Kelsey brothers.
We're coming.
We're going to be America's #1 sports and entertainment sibling podcast. No, let me do it, and then you do. Don't talk over me. How are we going to get better if you're talking over me? Kelsey's, we're coming for you. We're going to be America's #1 sports and entertainment sibling podcast. Tell them, Tara.
Yeah, we are. We don't care that you've got insider information in the locker room and play sports.
No threat. Tell them we're coming for them. I want you don't.
Oh, Kelsey.
I want you to look at the camera and go,
Kelsey's.
We're fucking coming for you.
Oh, Kelsey's. Oh, Kelsey.
Travis, Jason,
we're coming for you. Beware. Booyah.
Say it like you mean it.
We are coming for your asses. Look out. Drew, I'm not threatening.
Don't threaten them. Don't threaten them. Say it just be like, hey, listen, we're better than you. Just
listen.
Say it with a quiet confidence, like, hey, Kelsey brothers, you got nothing on this.
Hey,
this sibling podcast right here, you got nothing on it.
Yeah, you heard Drew. You don't got nothing on this sibling podcast. We are the ones and the onlys. I'm so bad at riffing right now. It's insane.
Tara,
believe it though.
I don't know how we're gonna be.
We're
gonna become #1 if you can't even tell the Kelseys to go fuck themselves. Try it again. Hold the mic. I don't know. Try anything.
Kelseys, listen here. Listen up, fellas. We're better than you. We're coming for you. You should be scared.
What are we gonna be?
We're gonna be America's #1 sibling podcast.
Say it without stuttering.
We are America's #1 sibling podcast. America just doesn't know yet.
Say what we are.
We are America's #1 sibling podcast.
Nope. What are we?
I don't know.
What is our pod? I say it before every episode.
America's #1 sports and entertainment sibling podcast. America just doesn't know it yet, but they will soon. Watch out.
Yep. Yeah. See you later, Kelsey's. See you later, Kelsey's. I know there's a lot of other sibling podcasts. The what's their name from fucking Goldie Hawn's daughter and son have a podcast that's huge.
Is it called The Beautiful People?
Probably.
Gosh.
Hey, we're famous as fuck. This is easy for to get followers. All right, Tara, I'm gonna let you try one more time with Kelsey's. I'm not gonna interrupt you. Believe it. Take a breath. Take a breath. I'm gonna get. Do you want me to psych you up real quick?
No.
Good.
I'm ready.
Let's hear it.
Hey, Jason and Travis. Tara here. I just want to let you know that you're gonna be dethroned. Drew and I, we're America's #1 sports and entertainment podcast. Deal with it.
Nope.
We are America's #1 sports and entertainment sibling podcast. Yeah, you heard me right. I hate this. I'm not good at it. I'm not good. We are better.
How about this? How about this, Tara? How about we try this? How about for the clip?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to feed you the lines. It's going to be fun.
Okay.
For the pod, they'll get to hear it.
Okay.
When the clip, I might cut me out.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm going to feed you the lines. Listen. This is it. Ready?
Okay.
Listen, Travis.
Listen, Travis.
Listen, Kelsey.
Listen,
nope,
Jason.
I fucked up. Now I got fucking Tara all over me. Listen, Travis. Listen, Jason.
Listen, Travis. Listen, Jason.
Don't say it like a 13-year-old girl with attitude. Say it like an adult-ass woman.
Okay.
That is a bad bitch. Listen, Travis. Listen, Jason.
Listen, Travis. Listen, Jason. I don't like that.
Oh, I gotta feed you.
Yeah.
Listen, try to pretend. Here's what you're gonna do. Pretend you're me. Try to do your best me impression.
Okay.
I'm not gonna help you. Like, this is how I think Drew would think he's cool. Drew, like, make fun of me. Almost be making fun of me while you do it. Like this is how fucking cool Drew thinks he is.
Okay.
It's an impression of me, basically, shouting out the Travises.
The Travises. Jesus Christ. Hey, Kelsey's. Just letting you know that MELLONfights is coming for you. I know. Drew, I don't want to play this game anymore.
This is rough.
I know.
This is rough. I'll try to do it as you.
Okay.
And then, hey, Kelsey brothers, Travis, Jason, my brother and me, we're coming for you. You think you're the #1 entertainment, sports, and sibling podcast? That's how you'd say it. You think that you're America's #1 sports and entertainment sibling podcast? You got another thing coming. My big brother and me, we are the next big thing in sibling sports podcastery. Be on the lookout. Look over your shoulder, because who's coming for you? Drew and Tara, MELLONfights. We're coming for you. Look out. Beware. How's that?
Good.
Now we just pretend you said that.
Hey, Kelsey's, it's Tara.
Yeah, try it.
Hey, Kelsey's, it's Tara from MELLONfights. Heard of it? Probably not, but you'll hear soon. Want to know why? Because we're America's #1 sports and entertainment sibling podcast. You heard me right. I know you think you guys are, but the world hasn't heard us yet. And once they do, oh, you got another thing coming. We're coming for you, Kelsey's. Look out and lock it in.
Lock it in. That's a lock.
It's a lock.
That is a lock, boys. We are coming for you. That's a fucking lock.
Mm-hmm.
Locked. Lock it. Lock it up.
All right.
Travis scores a lot of touchdowns, though.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
He does.
Here's the thing. I haven't even listened to the podcast
I know.
yet. It could be good. I don't hate those guys.
No, they're good.
I don't hate them. But we're still coming for you, bitches.
Oh, it's still coming for you. Okay, and my last one is...
One more.
Read more books to help my vocabulary.
Shut the fuck up.
It's on my list.
Is that real?
Yes.
Oh,
read
Tara.
more books to help my vocab.
Oh my God.
I'm a cliche.
You're a fucking cliche.
I'm a cliche.
Did you, when I said that, were you
was
excited?
like, oh yes, I can't.
Were you very excited about that?
I can't wait to talk about this.
Tara,
yeah,
your vocabulary is fine. It's pretty good. Mine's okay. But we like to say like and a lot.
Yeah.
Could be our Midwestern coming out at its finest, let's be quite honest.
Yeah.
We're very Midwestern.
I know.
Sometimes.
I sound like a Wisconsinite.
Well, Tara, I'll be checking in on that. I don't know how I'm going to prove that you've been reading books, but once you start dropping big words like zigalites on me, zeitgeist, when you start throwing zeitgeist at me.
Okay.
Have you started reading any books?
Not lately.
All right. Do you want me to suggest a couple books for you?
Nah.
We could have a book section for the year to keep you honest.
I don't know how much I want to do that.
We're going to check in with you. We're going to ask you what book you're reading next month.
Oh, God.
Okay?
Okay.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to check in on your book reading. Keep you honest. Get that vocabulary amped up a couple spots.
I like it.
That's pretty good, Tara. I think that's pretty good. Any other good memories from the year in general? I don't even have to, like, sports related, movie related, that doesn't necessarily didn't happen in our podcast. I'll say this. I'm proud of us that this is our 39th episode in a row.
Yeah.
That's really good. Most people don't do that.
Yeah.
Most people give up after one. They don't even put it out. That was us before. We've done that before.
Yeah, we've done it a lot of times.
We've done a couple and put it out, 2 or 3 and put it out. And then it ended. I'm pretty proud of us this year. I will say that. I'm proud that we've done these 39 episodes.
Yeah, and we've found time, and even when we have to kind of switch it around a little bit, we still do it. And it's been so fun, and it's been fun to keep in touch with you this way, because we used to live together and now we don't. So, but I still feel like we're as close as ever because we talk every week for at least an hour and a half.
Yeah, and you know what else I like? I actually feel like it keeps the rest of the family together too, because they all listen to it and they all like to talk to us about it. And it's a good way for our family to check in on us without necessarily having to talk to us. Yeah. And it's something we can talk about, when we do see each other. And I like that about it.
It's bringing people together, this podcast.
It is. I wish we could just bring more of the world together, other than our family and a few friends here and there,
and maybe a few little people.
Here is my New Year's resolution for the listener. Okay. I'm going to shoot one at you kids. Give this podcast to someone else to listen to that does not know us. Just give it to them. Like, hey, listen to this one episode. Get them to listen to it. Bug them until they listen to it. What's the worst that's going to happen? They go, fuck off. I don't want to hear your bullshit podcast.
Yeah.
What's more than likely going to happen is they're going to lie like, oh, listeners, all right. I accept that.
Yeah, definitely.
You do it until you hear at least that from them motherfuckers. Oh, yeah, I know, listen. Or they go, I'm going to listen. That's your resolution.
Yeah.
So are you going to be a loser and fail your New Year's resolution? Or are you going to succeed like MELLONfights did this year with our 39 episodes of award deserving podcastery?
Yes.
That's the question. Speaking of our listeners, I have an email.
Okay.
I have 2 emails. They're from the same person.
Miranda?
Nope.
Oh.
From Jeannie Mellon, her mother.
She's coming in to be one of our most consistent listeners.
She likes it.
Yeah.
She's kind of figured it out. She gets it.
Sometimes she tells me little things like, don't say where you work or where you're from, and I get it.
Yeah.
There's certain things where I'm
great Xmas holiday. And it was a great Xmas holiday. I had a great time.
Very good.
Celebrating Christmas with the fam. Some pod comments. Tara, nice vamping. I am going to disagree. It was fun. I cut out a minute of you just going vampy, vamp. That's not vamping, Tara. Sorry to tell you. Singing vamp. I'm vamping. Ain't vamping.
Well, it was a bit.
Next time you vamp.
It was a bit.
Tell a little story. I know it was a bit, but that's because you don't know how to vamp.
Okay.
So my New Year's request is that you vamp. Learn a little vamp skills this year. Tell a little story. Talk shit about me. Like, hey, Drew's going to go get a drink right now. What a big piece of shit. I don't care. That's vamping enough for me. Talk about maybe a football game or a TV show you watched that I didn't maybe see. That's what your vamps will be from now on. She says maybe next time incorporate Spice Girls. She digs when you do that. I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
She thinks that Michael was a great guest, jealous of his season tickets, and impressed with his ability to sneak in snacks, not in his butt, and save money. Mom says, Drew, quite sure you know you were 2 weeks premature. 8.5 ounces.
No.
I don't know. I don't recall that I was. If full term, we would have been 13 months apart. Me and you. We've talked about this often. I don't know. I know that we were not quite 13 months apart. We were a little more than that, but I didn't know it was because I was premature. She said if I was full term, I would have been a big boy. Thanks, Mom. Fat shaming me before I move out of the womb. And then she ended up giving us a Santa list. Tim Allen, Santa? Really? Number 1? No, is what she says. The best Santa is Miracle on 34th Street with Natalie Wood.
No.
So the old school one. Little Susie, Natalie. Didn't believe in Santa until this guy came into her life. Very touching. It was awesome. The whole cast was. It is a fun story.
It is a really good story.
Was he Santa? I don't remember. Yes. Was he actually Santa? Yes. Or was he just a crazy old man?
No, he was actually Santa.
Was he?
Yes.
Or was he a crazy old man?
No, he was Santa.
How do we know? I don't recall.
Because all of her like things that she told Santa she wanted came true, and she got them all.
Okay. That's our only pod. Finishing the year. Everyone's on holiday. That's fair. It's fair. Finishing the pod.
I've got grievances.
No, I'm saying finishing the pod with on a low note as far as emails go. Patreon reached out to us, introducing Creator Hub. I don't know what that is. I'll read about it later. But that was in our emails. What do you got for your grievance, T?
So I kind of have...
Our final grievance of 2022.
I have two.
Two.
My first one is my family. They were all making fun of me on how bad my simple math was. And that's...
Guys, hold on. Here's what happened. She rolls a die. She rolls 2 dice, right? One's a 6, one's a 5, and she had to go 6. She saw the 6 and goes 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. She had to count the rest of the way. She didn't know, seeing a 6 and a 5, after years of dice being in her life, that was an 11. Continue.
And that's rude that you are shaming me because it's a hard thing for me. I think I have like math dyslexia or something where simple ass math like that, I just like can't figure it out. I always have to use my fingers to count.
That's rough.
I know. And that's why I have a lot of anxiety about math. And my whole entire family and Miranda, who is family, said, like, they were basically laughing in my face. And every time I'd roll, they'd be like, do you need us to add for you? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Yeah, that'd be
fair
awesome.
Enough. We'll be more kind next time you can't count.
Okay.
What's your number 2?
Okay. So this one's a little longer. So I was noticing on like commercials for dating apps and dating websites, they're using the term finding your person. And there's something about that term that I don't like. I just feel like it's a millennial term that's overused. And I have no problem with soulmates or like people getting married, but I just don't like that term. So I was in the room with Miranda and I said, God, I just really don't like that term. And I kind of explained that to her. And then it's
a dumb term.
And then she tells me that that her and her BFF say that they're like each other's person, or at least her BFF says that Miranda's her person. And then Miranda said, 100% serious, with not a joke to it, she goes, well, maybe you don't like it because nobody thinks that you're their person.
She did tell me this on the drive home.
She
did tell me she said this on the drive home.
She literally meant it.
Do you think she meant it?
Oh, Drew. She meant it, because then when I kind of went...
So the grievance is with Miranda. It's not the person part.
It's both of them.
It's Miranda being a bitch.
It's a double grievance. Because
she claims to me that she was kidding.
Drew.
Tara, I'm with you.
She was not
I think
kidding.
she wasn't, because I don't...
She goes, well, maybe. Like, you know how she kind of... Well, maybe.
Can I tell you something?
What?
Nothing is more cringy than when friends say that they're each other's person.
Yes.
I would rather be personless for the rest of my fucking life than have my friend go, you're my person.
Yes.
Somebody watched too much Grey's Anatomy, because that's what it comes from.
That's what she told me. I didn't know.
It's what it comes from. And it's the cringiest thing.
So cringy.
On the planet.
And
but what she said to you is very funny.
It was so rude.
And hurtful.
And hurtful.
And very hurtful.
So hurtful. And then I was
far more hurtful than me saying she doesn't have a soul.
Kind of. Basically, she's saying nobody likes me enough.
Nobody loves you. Nobody could ever love you. No one's ever loved you.
Tara, maybe it's because no one thinks of you as their person. Drew, if that's how she jokes, and she doesn't joke that way, that she was serious. So.
No, I think you should be far madder at her than when she was mad at me saying she doesn't have empathy.
So,
she went straight for the jugular. She went for the jugular.
She straight to the jugular. And I was just like, oh, this is going to be on the pod tonight, because holy shit. Because I was going to do just the website commercial, my person thing, because I just don't like it. I think it's overused, and it's cringy to me.
Yeah, it's not cool.
No.
It's not cool.
And like I said,
as a person who's had many persons in their lives in the course of their life, no.
And the thing is, like I said,
don't say I'm your person.
It's not like a jealousy thing or anything like that, because I don't think that's a real thing. Like, I think people can be I think about mom and dad are soulmates, and I love and I love marriages and I love relationships and blah blah blah, but I just hate that term.
It's a rough term.
So
okay, well, first touch on that first. It's a terrible term. I hate the term. It is definitely a young millennials word.
Yes.
Like, because they all binged the shit out of Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy is not good, first of all.
No.
But no, it's almost like something like something dumb that there's probably something from Friends that people were saying too, like that. Oh yeah, they'll say you're my lobster.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you and your lobster, and fuck your person.
Yes, exactly.
But the other part of it is to be that rude to my little sister.
On Christmas,
I think I should give her this. I think I should treat her like she treated me when I made her feel bad. I should give her the silent treatment for the rest of the night.
Well, she knew she fucked up because she told you the story. I mean, she was trying to get ahead of it. She was trying to get ahead of it. She's like, I fucked up. I gotta act like I was kidding to Drew, even though I wasn't. I meant it.
It'd be one thing if I'd said it.
Yeah.
It would have been one thing if I said it. If I said it, you'd be like, of course he said it. He's a piece of shit.
Yes.
Like, that's my brother. He's supposed to say things like that. But she said it?
And I had just let her sleep in my bed for the last 3 nights while I slept on an air mattress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You wouldn't do that if it was just me. You do it because of her.
I do.
Because if it was just me, I would be sleeping on an air mattress or on a couch.
Yes.
So it is mostly because of her.
Yeah, because when you come here by yourself, you don't sleep in the bed.
I don't get the bed.
No.
Maybe once. I don't know.
I don't
I think
so.
only when I have had Miranda with me is that happen. Yeah. So it's rough, Tara. I don't know if you guys can get over it. I think you should I think she should apologize. Miranda, this is our New Year's resolution for you. A, stop being rude, and B, I'd like an apology email written to MELLONfights@gmail.com. That's MELLON fights@gmail.com. Anybody can weigh in on the situation if they'd like.
Yeah.
And if you think that Tara is deserving of a person, because I do, whether she believes that for herself or not, weigh in and let us know.
Yeah. Let us know. Do
Let
I
us know.
deserve someone?
Does Tara deserve someone? Is Tara just jealous?
Right.
Are you
Someone
jealous?
might have that take that I'm just
Do
jealous.
you think Tara is just jealous? I'm not. I don't like the term either. We're siblings. I don't like the term either. I think it's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It is a weird thing that, like, especially girls will say to each other, like best friends.
Yes.
It's nerdy.
It's like nerdy. Every time it's said, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it's rough. But not as rough as telling your brother or your boyfriend's sister that no one loves her.
It was crazy.
Oh,
and it was
man.
like
she
during,
definitely told me. She definitely tried to get ahead of it. She definitely tried to get ahead of it.
Knew.
I don't know if she thought it's because I was going to like try to simmer it down. I was like, no. I think you meant it.
And it was right. We were watching Big.
Yeah.
Right before you guys left.
So you pissed at her?
No. But I 100%
say yes.
Yes.
Say yes.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not pissed at her, but I 100%
are sad now.
I'm sad, but I also 100% know that she was not joking. She meant it.
She meant it. Yes. Yeah. She meant it.
Yeah.
She meant it.
I mean,
I wouldn't have meant it. I wouldn't have meant it.
No.
I would have said it just to be a dick. But she meant it. I agree. I think she meant it.
She did.
I guess everybody please weigh in on this. And if you have somebody for Tara, if you know a guy, if you know a handsome dude that's got good looks and a hog for days.
Oh, God.
Email us at MELLONfights@gmail.com. Also follow us on Andyland Entertainment on Instagram or follow us on MELLONfights on TikTok.
Yes.
Tara, I think it's been a pretty great year together.
It's been an awesome year. I can't believe it's over. Almost.
I'm ready for another year.
Yep.
Ready for another year of this. We're going to keep doing it. That's for sure.
Yes.
New Year's resolution is 52 more.
Yes.
That's my number one resolution. 52 more.
52 more.
To begin with, but maybe closer to 100 more.
Oh, yeah, because of
we'll see.
Our second one.
Whatever it is. It might be a totally different podcast. There's other things we would like to do. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see, guys. Anything else, Tara, off the top of your head for the week? I was trying to say if I have a grievance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with my grievances. It is the holiday, and my grievance is this, and it's this weird millennial thing that started not that long ago, and it is the Die Hard.
Yeah.
Is a Christmas movie take, which is my least favorite take on the planet.
Yeah.
It's like one of those classic things where I heard someone say it, and isn't that clever? I've always thought of this action movie with murder and explosions as a Christmas movie, where they talk about Christmas for about 2 seconds in it, maybe, because they're at the Christmas party, and it's the only reason that I think they're doing it that night because it is like everything's shut down. So I think that's why they're doing it on Christmas. I don't exactly know why. But that is the night they're doing it. But it is the worst. It just is such a boring, like, unclever take that everyone says, like, oh, it's... I'm like, you don't really... Do you believe that? If you do believe it, you're a turd.
Right. And don't you feel like if it were a Christmas movie, like or if they really wanted it to, like, have some sort of Christmas thread through it, his catchphrase at the, like, it wouldn't be yippee-ki-yay, mother. It'd be ho
ho ho, motherfucker.
Yes.
Absolutely, that's what it would be.
Where
it ain't a Christmas movie.
No.
He wrote ho ho ho, I believe, on The Dead Santa. But it's not a Christmas movie just because a guy was wearing a Santa suit at one point, and because it's they're there for a Christmas party. That's the first 2 seconds of the movie.
Yeah, there's nothing Christmassy about it.
What compounds that is when they go, well, then if that's not a Christmas movie, then Home Alone's not a Christmas movie. Well, I'm like, what fucking planet are you on where a movie about a little boy spending the Christmas holiday alone and doing all the Christmas stuff, putting up the tree by himself, ornaments, wrapping presents. His mom's trying to get home in time for Christmas, so he's not alone on Christmas Day. That's literally, and then everyone's out of town because they're on Christmas holiday. And that's why the robbers are there. That's why Harry and Marv are there, because everyone's gone for Christmas. And he goes to church on Christmas Eve.
He hides a nativity
and
scene.
The Christmas spirit is there. Literally.
Yes.
He goes to see Santa Claus, and Santa Claus gives him awesome advice.
Yep, and some Tic Tacs.
The best, one of our favorite Santa Clauses. Mm-hmm. Everything about it is Christmas, Shut the fuck up. You think you're clever. You're not. I'm sorry. Take a shit on yourself. I'm sorry. Go take a bath.
Go take a bath.
Go take a bath. What was our thing? We had a new thing.
We did?
Go take a bath's not bad, though. Go take a bath. Why don't you go fucking take a bath? Hey, go take a bath.
I like it. Go take a bath.
You're dirty. Go take a bath. And sticking with that, I don't know who these morons are that Tara saw some memes about. I was this many years old when I realized Joe Pesci was the cop at the beginning of Home Alone. Like, what are you talking about? That's the whole setup of the movie, moron.
Yeah.
He's got his gold tooth, and then that's how he knows
that it's him.
That's how he first realizes, like, oh, wait a minute. Yes. That's that cop. Because he smiles and he sees the gold tooth. You dumb fucker.
So dumb.
Did a 6-year-old write that meme, Tara? Did a 6-year-old write that post?
Adult humans.
Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Does anyone pay attention to anything? And Tara's take was obviously this. Like, of course you didn't see it because you were on your fucking phone the entire time.
Yes.
So you didn't see shit.
100%.
That was me hitting my grievance at full on.
It was good. I like when you have a grievance because you really go ham on it.
Yeah, I'm an angry boy. I'm an angry old man. Tara.
What?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Have a happy New Year. Have a happy Tuesday.
Have a happy Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
When we come back, it will be January 2nd. Is that right? January 2nd, we'll be recording. So. The next pod will be coming out on the 3rd. So it will be 2023 the next time you hear our sexy voices.
Yikes.
Tara, have a Tuesday.
Happy New Year. Have a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Melon fights.